Most people think you need credit to build wealth, but here's the surprising truth. Over 40% of millionaires started with no credit or bad credit. They didn't wait for a bank to approve them. They didn't wait for a perfect score. They built wealth from nothing. So let me ask you this. Do you actually know what it takes to get rich with zero credit? Or has everyone lied to you about how money works? Stay with me because what you learn today might completely change your life. Today, we're talking about building real wealth from scratch, even if you have no credit at all. A lot of people believe credit is the key to getting ahead, but the truth is, plenty of people grow wealth before they even build a credit score. I'm going to show you how people with nothing, no credit, no help, no access, still find a way to win with money. And if you think you're stuck because you don't have credit, you're going to see why that's not true. Let's be real for a moment. Starting with no credit feels like the world has locked every door. You try to rent a place, they want credit. You try to get a car, they want credit. You try to start a business, you guessed it, they want credit. And when you have none, it can feel like you're being punished for things you haven't done. Having no credit is almost like wearing an invisible cloak. People can't see if you're responsible, hardworking, or smart with money. They just see no history and they label you as a risk. And that makes everything harder. You can't get low interest rates. You can't get approved for loans. You can't qualify for many investment tools. You can't build certain income streams early. And even basic things like phone plans or rentals get complicated. It feels like catch-22. You need credit to build wealth, but you need wealth to build credit. But you can't build wealth because you have no credit. People get stuck here not because they're lazy, not because they're bad with money, but because no one ever showed them how to build wealth outside the credit system. But guess what? That's exactly what you're going to learn today. So if you can't rely on loans, banks, or credit cards, what do you use? Use the things that don't require a credit score, like saving strategies. This isn't just save money. This is learning how to create a small gap between what you earn and what you spend. Even $50 a month can become something powerful when you know how to use it. The second is entrepreneurship. Most small businesses start with under $100, starting with $0, selling a service, selling a skill, or solving a problem that doesn't need a credit card. It just needs effort and consistency. The third is skills that pay. Skills like editing, selling, cleaning, tutoring, cooking, fixing, designing, writing, reselling. These skills don't require loans, but they can create income that grows faster than any credit card reward ever will. Fourth is assets you can buy without credit. This includes digital products, tools for a small service business, marketable skills, low-cost items you can resell, online platforms that pay you. These are the things you can control. These are the things that build money, even when banks ignore you. Now, here's the part that blows people's mind. There are people who went from nothing to something huge with no credit at all. Let me give you one example. A man named Chris Gardner, the real person behind the pursuit of happiness, had no credit, no money, and sometimes no place to sleep. He didn't have a bank cheering for him. He didn't have a credit score helping him. But what did he have? He had grit, a plan, a skill he was learning, and a willingness to do hard things when life wasn't fair. He started from nothing, literally nothing, and built a multi-million-dollar career. No credit card, no loan, and no financial safety net. His story isn't rare. Thousands of people today build businesses, grow income streams, and change their lives before they ever build credit. The key moment is this: wealth doesn't come from credit. Credit only multiplies what you've already built. If you build nothing, credit multiplies nothing. If you build something, then one day credit will only make it bigger. And that is why starting from nothing is not a curse. It's training. It forces you to build real strength that lasts. Here's something nobody talks about. People who start with nothing often become better money builders than people who start with help. Why? Because when you can't rely on credit, you learn 4 skills wealthy people swear by. The first skill is control. You learn to control spending. Wealthy people love this skill. The second skill is creativity. You learn how to solve money problems without loans. The third skill is cash flow thinking. You start thinking, how can I earn more instead of how can I borrow more? Skill 4, resourcefulness. You learn to use what you have instead of waiting for what you don't have. These are millionaire habits disguised as survival skills. So wealth starts with the gap, the space between income and expenses. Even $20, even $50, even $100. Small gaps grow into big options. This gap becomes your tool for investing yourself, buying small assets, starting a side hustle, building an emergency cushion. It doesn't matter how small you start. It matters that you start. When you have no credit, skills become your bank. Skills create opportunities. Opportunities create money. Money creates options. So here is the loop. Learn a simple skill like editing, selling, or cleaning, get paid. Then you use that money to improve your skill so that you can charge more and repeat. Use extra money to buy assets or tools. No credit needed, just consistency. There are three types of free leverage you can use without credit. The first being time leverage. More hours equals more output. The second is skill leverage. One skill can make you money for years. The third being the platform leverage. You can use the internet as a tool that multiplies your effort. You could use YouTube, TikTok, Etsy, Fiverr, Upwork, Facebook Marketplace. You don't pay these platforms, you earn from them. That's free leverage, and it's more powerful than a credit card. A lot of people think wealth starts with real estate or stocks. No. Wealth starts with small assets you can create yourself, like a digital product, a service business, a client list, a following, a YouTube channel, a skill you can sell, a template, a small local service. These are assets you own. No bank, no lender, and no approval needed. Your first $10,000 is the hardest, but it's also the most life-changing. That first $10,000 proves that you don't need credit, that you can build something real, that you can make money from a skill, you can grow faster than you think. When you hit that number, everything changes. Your confidence grows. Your options grow. Your future grows. There's one part of building wealth from nothing that almost nobody explains, and it's the part that decides how fast you grow. It's something simple, but when you use it the right way, it makes your progress feel 10 times easier. And that thing is this. Momentum. Most people never build wealth because they never build momentum. They try one thing for 2 days, stop, try something else for a week, stop again, then feel like nothing works. But here's the truth. Wealth doesn't come from a single big move. It comes from a long chain of small moves stacked together until the chain becomes strong enough to pull you into a new life. Momentum is what makes that chain, and you can build momentum with no credit, no loan, no help. So how do you build momentum when you're starting from zero? The first step is to pick one small win and repeat it. Maybe your first win is $10 from selling something. Maybe it's $20 from a small gig. Maybe it's learning one skill. Maybe it's cutting one bill. It doesn't matter how tiny the win is. Your job is to take that win and repeat it. Do it again and again and again. When you repeat a small win, your brain starts to believe, wait, maybe I can do this. And once your brain changes, your life starts changing next. Step 2, grow your confidence before your bank account. People think wealth starts with money, but that's wrong. Wealth starts with confidence. Confidence makes you apply for better jobs. Confidence makes you charge more. Confidence makes you show up even when nobody believes in you. Confidence makes you consistent. The more small wins you create, the more confident you become, and confidence is the fuel that lets you take bigger steps. Step 3, build your money muscle. Just like lifting weights in a gym, you build your money muscle by doing simple reps over and over. Saving is a rep. Learning is also a rep. Selling something is a rep. Asking for more money is a rep. Trying new income streams is a rep. Saying no to bad spending is a rep. Building a skill is a rep. If you stay consistent, your money muscle grows. And when that muscle grows, you stop feeling scared of money. You stop feeling stuck, and you stop feeling like life is happening to you. Step 4, understand the wealth delay. Here's something important. When you start from nothing, your work will show results later than you expect. This is called the wealth delay, the gap between your effort and your reward. You might work hard for a month and see nothing. You might try a side hustle and make small money at first. You might learn a skill that takes weeks to become useful. Most people quit in the delay. They think the system is broken. They think that it's not working. But the truth is, the wealth delay is normal. The results come after the work, never at the same time. If you can survive the delay, you unlock the life that most people never reach. Step 5, use the 3-bucket system for people with no credit. Here's a simple way to grow when you're starting from zero. Here's the first bucket, survival money. This is your rent, bills, groceries, and basic needs. You gotta keep this safe. The second bucket is your skill money. This is the money you use to improve your life, whether that be courses, tools, equipment, or anything that helps you earn more. The third bucket is seed money. This is the money for small experiments, side hustles, or buying small assets. You don't need a lot in each bucket, but you do need all 3 buckets to grow. People with credit often skip the system. People with no credit must master it. Step 6, upgrade your environment. The biggest reason people stay stuck is not money. It's environment. If everyone around you is negative, broke, stressed, or hopeless, you start thinking that's normal life. But the moment you change who you listen to, or what videos you watch, or what goals you chase, your entire world starts shifting. You don't need money to change your environment. You need intent. Limit the time spent around people who drain you. Increase the time spent learning, building, and improving. Even small changes build massive momentum. Step number 7, create your year of no credit needed plan. This is where everything comes together. 1 year of small wins, side income, skill building, low expenses, asset creation, cash flow, confidence, daily reps. If you do this for 12 months, most people will not recognize your life. You will not feel like the same person. You will have more money, more skills, more options, and more belief in yourself. And here's the best part. By the time your credit gets built, you won't even need it. You will be the kind of person who can create wealth with or without a score. Building wealth with no credit is not only possible, it happens every day. You start with saving, skills, side income, and small assets. You build confidence, momentum, and opportunity. Credit comes later, wealth starts now. If you're ready to build wealth from nothing, drop a comment saying I'm starting today and watch the next video that YouTube recommends for you. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos, and thank you for watching.